I'd be doing a second live stream today, but here we are. This is massive. May the 1st, right? Remember, we did a big initiative on April the 1st. Now on May the 1st, Amazon, Wholefoods, Instacart, Walmart, FedEx, Target, Shipt, all these frontline workers, we have to join them. Uber, wow, Paula was quick. She said first, boom. We need to join them, right? We need to support our Amazon, Whole Foods, Instacart, Walmart, FedEx, Shipt, whoever, those are confirmed, right? But we need to join in and find out where are they striking. We got to be there with our Uber and Lyft signs. We got to be there with our Grubhub signs. Across the board, we need to make a ton. Uncle T's, what's up? Uber Girl Paula says, absolutely, right? So if these guys have managed to rally a massive strike on May the 1st, right? It looks like they're doing a great job here because they have a ton of big companies on board. Mark Rout and Hammertine, Breen Cliver in the house, Chicago's in the house. We should all join in whatever capacity we can. Even if you're out there doing food deliveries, I hope that nobody's doing Uber and Lyft trips. But even if you have switched to food deliveries and you can just find out where your closest Whole Foods is, or where any of these companies are, FedEx, and just go in there and hold up some signs. Even if it's for an hour or two, just go and stand in solidarity. I'm going to find out where the biggest strikes take place on May the 1st in Los Angeles. I'll be there, definitely. Garcia Bouye in the house. Boise in the house. I like it. So it says on May 1st, frontline workers at some of the biggest corporations in the country will lead a mass strike action, asking customers to boycott Amazon, Instacart, Whole Foods, and Target. This is going to hurt them because they're going to get a ton and ton of media exposure. We got Tesla Tom in the day. Tesla Tom says, good day. Rick Nelson, San Antonio's in the house. UGP says, awesome, Garcia. So this to me is good news. We can make a lot of noise on May the 1st. We can assist. In amplifying their voice. We could go out there, tweet, retweet the strike. You can circulate the story. The more people we get involved on a mass strike, showing that frontline workers are not taken care of, not enough PPE, not enough money, no hazard pay, no extra pay, no sick leave. All of this nonsense needs to stop. So I am all in 150% on May the 1st. I will show up. I will bring my camera and I will do 2 feeds just like I'm doing right now. I've got Dennis Torres in the house. Long Beach, Profi says, I reapplied for unemployment last night and today I have 6,640 plus 167 a week unclaimed benefits. I have no idea. What is that? Did they put that money in your account, or they just said you have 6,640 of? Yeah, text me. Definitely want to help you with that. I just hope that's money deposited in your bank, really. Joey Driver for Idaho says, were you able to meet up? Ed, do you want to see the proof? I just pushed the video out. I go to rideshare driving school. I made a video. I have a video scheduled for tonight. I drove down from Calabasas. I met Ed. I managed to give him a big bear hug, told him that he has our love and support. He looked a little bit down, but man, once we interacted and I felt his energy, he lit up like sunshine. Gave him the money and he insisted on a selfie with us. I said, okay. I said, I'll put the selfie in a video. I was there. I met Ed. I lived up to my promise. And I said, Ed, please go down and buy yourself bananas, apples, groceries, vitamin C, right? You cannot survive on potatoes. So it was a good feeling. Was a great feeling. A series of work stoppages, sick outs, and protests in recent weeks will culminate on Friday, May the 1st, in a historic strike organized by frontline workers at some of the country's largest corporations. I think that is so cool. Even at Walmart, if there's people there, go to your closest Walmart. Let's get out there and support them with our banners, right? So gig workers stand in solidarity with you. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of media at these Walmarts. Look for big places. Look for Whole Foods. I would go to a Walmart. Yeah, it was really nice, Paula, to meet him. He's a sweetheart. He's a hell of a nice guy. Amazing guy. Yeah, it was beautiful, Mark. It was really, to meet a fellow driver, you don't wish that upon them. You want their monies to be in the bank. You want Uber and Lyft to live up to their promises. They don't. Guy didn't get any PPE. Guy didn't get any unemployment. Guy didn't get any support from Uber and Lyft, right? And he just said, listen, I'll be honest, I'm at wit's end. And I said, it doesn't make you a lesser person, Ed. It makes you even more worthy, right? That you can actually say, hey, I'm in this situation, I need help. And to have the courage to say that, I think, is powerful. So 2 thumbs up for Ed. Glad. He left with a huge smile. I got the most beautiful picture with him. I've got 2 feeds running. Otherwise, I'd show you on my other photo. But I can assure you, if you go to Rideshare Driving School, if you search that on YouTube, and if you can please subscribe there. I already posted the video with Ed, and then I'm going to post another one in this channel tonight. Workers at Amazon, Whole Foods, Instacart, Walmart, FedEx, Target, and Shipt. That's a lot of companies, a lot of workers say they will walk off the job on May 1st to protest their employer's failure to provide basic protections for frontline workers who are risking and losing their lives at work. Meanwhile, these same companies are making record profits. Good for them. Good for them to all stand in solidarity, stand up and say, enough is enough on May 1st. When is this? May 1st. And I can tell you, I'm going to look for a Walmart, because I know the media is going to be there. I will go down there, the one maybe out in Thousand Oaks, and I'll get there early. And I am sure those people are going to be outside protesting, right? And if that's not a big enough of a crowd, I will go to another location. I'll maybe look for a FedEx, or I'll look for a Whole Foods, which is not too far away from here, and see. I want to find out, where is there a big protest? Where are the cameras rolling? And man, it would make my day if I see someone with an Uber or Lyft sign in between. We are on strike as well. We stand in solidarity with you. We are on the front lines, and we're getting zero help from Uber and Lyft. And there you hold that big banner, loud and proud, the one that you made. Mark Rowden said, Smiths and Kroger have made it mandatory for employees to have masks on now. Great. I know I spoke to one of the managers that I know at Home Depot. He said they immediately stepped up, supplied the people with the plastic masks, the gloves, the everything, right in the beginning. That's true leadership. Thank you to the CEO of Home Depot. Thank you. When I walk into Home Depot, I feel like, hopefully all the other people, the guests, are having masks and everything on and doing their bit. But at least I know when I'm at checkout, these people have done the max to stay safe, right? And I saw them cleaning, spraying down surfaces. That just makes you feel more secure. And here's my habit of the day. I put a little bit on my nose, or in my nose and around my mouth. Kill those frickin' germs. 99.9% of germs. 99.9. All right. So, Korea Steer, are you able to drive people? I'm not driving people. What I'm doing is I'm charging premium. Listen to this, $200 to $300 to go shopping for my VIP clients that use my service. I'm not doing any driving anymore. I refuse. But I will go in early in the morning or late at night, 10, 11 o'clock, and I go in and there's nobody in the store. I get the stuff and I buy for a couple of clients and I pop them 200 a shot. Doof, doof, doof. Not shy to do it. Ghana's in the house. Hello, Africa. Tell me how you're doing. My love to Ghana. Man, Africa is in my heart. Well, Lanyo, you know that I worked with the Mandela family for 3 years, right? With Nelson, and then the two daughters, Zinzi and Zindiwe. As Zindiwe went with her mother, Winnie Mandela. They branched off. Nelson was with Zinzi, and Zinzi and Zindiwe Mandela had both a lot of children, which were Mandela's grandchildren, and I traveled with them worldwide. I traveled all over Africa with the Mandela grandchildren, and then I also traveled with Prince Zedza Dlamini, who was Mandela's grandchild. That was Zinzi Mandela's son. He is now a United Nations youth ambassador. He's just like the father, Nelson Mandela. I traveled all over the US. We were endorsed. It was called America Reads, Africa Reads. A campaign started by the Clintons and the Mandelas, and we brought 5 million children books that were kicked out of the system, out of the education system. We shipped them over to Africa, and we built over 40 schools and libraries for kids in the rural African mountains. Cheers to that. That was 3 years of hard work. $0, no dollars. Didn't get paid for that. But I met everyone, all the who is who in politics on the world stage, and I made more contacts than I could have ever made in those 3 years. It was very, very beautiful. Daria Smith in the house, Jacksonville. And I want Wolanyo to start his own food delivery service in Ghana. Would be awesome. I am. And I can speak the languages, my brother. Zulu and Xhosa, Wirango wena, Dagobetunya Sukshaya wena. Yeah, Uklahubitse wena. I speak the languages, the Zulu and the Xhosa. All right, my friends. So we carry on. In a flyer circulated widely on social media, organizers of the so-called May Day General Strike. May Day General Strike. I like that. Let's type it in here. It just sounds so beautiful. May Day General Strike. May Day General Strike. Implore customers to boycott Wholefoods, Amazon, Target, and Instacart. So not only are the workers boycotting, but what they are saying is like, hey, all the shoppers, all the customers, join us and send a message. We deserve better. We're on the front lines and we deserve better. Good for them. Amen. It's more powerful when we come together. Chris Smalls, a lead organizer of the May 1st walkout, who was fired from Amazon Staten Island Fulfillment Center after staging a walkout on March the 31st, told Motherboard, we formed an alliance between a bunch. This is how you do it. So this guy that walked out, Chris Smalls, I salute you. What did he do? We formed an alliance between a bunch of different companies because we all have one common goal, which is to save the lives of workers and communities. Right now isn't the time to open up the economy. Amazon is a breeding ground for this virus, which is spreading right now through multiple facilities, right? So that is the way to do it. That is the way to do it, right? And if we can get the rideshare industry, if the Workers Alliance, Rideshare Drivers United, Gig Workers United, if they could form an alliance together, they would be so more powerful and work together on a combined big strike instead of becoming these little fractional islands, which weakens them, right? They haven't quite understood that you have strength in numbers, right? Instead of splitting the vote. Oh, Brian from Texas says the CTO is the only one worth anything. From Uber. Genuine says that's your local benefit payout for 5 months, 600 plus 167, 767 weekly payments. Did you get that money, dude? Did you get that money one lump sum, $6,000? Hope you did. Mark Roughton, hammer time, hammer time, hammer time. All right, so this is good news, my friend. This is good news. This is really good news. While we respect people's right to express themselves, we object to the irresponsible actions of labor groups in spreading misinformation and making false claims about Amazon. Oh, this is how Amazon gets out their guns and fires back. While we respect people's right to express themselves, just leave it at there. Just leave it at that point. They say, we object to the irresponsible actions of labor groups in spreading misinformation. I have news for you, Amazon. I have news for you, Jeff. I have news for that attorney that was a racist bastard at Amazon. I have news for you, right? Let the people strike, right? Respect that, right? And the only irresponsible actions, you can't point a finger back and say we blame them and say they are irresponsible. The only irresponsible actions are from your companies like Amazon, etc., because you failed to act. You failed to give the people the PPE. You failed to step up. You were too involved, making too much money. Jeff made $24 billion extra. I hope he comes across this video one day. You know, Jeff, you come out here with your big boastful attitude and buy a $165 million house, right? You're living the life. Your money has increased by 30% during the pandemic. You're milking it like a damn cow, and you cannot even do the minimum. And then you have the audacity and the cheek to point the fingers back at the workers and say that their actions are irresponsible. Shame on you, Jeff Bezos. No matter how much money you have in your bank account, you're a small, little, weak weasel in my eyes. Listen to that. So, making false claims about Amazon during this unprecedented health and economic crisis, a spokesman from Amazon told Motherboard in response to the May Day workout. They're scared. They're scared because they're going to connect with their customers. Their warehouses are going to be shut down. They are scared. Philmon to Aldous' question, Uber getting the government contract, what exactly will they be doing? Well, my guess is it's for federal workers, bringing them to the front lines, right? They want consistency there. They probably put big tenders out, big bids out, and there's really no other company except for Lyft that could maybe compete on that. So they must have won the bid purely on the pricing, maybe outpricing Lyft, right? But my guess it's moving federal workers, nurses, etc., FEMA workers around to strategic places. Led by Smalls, dozens of organizers have been planning the logistics of the walkout over Zoom calls in recent days since the pandemic broke out. Well, we stand with you, Smalls, and hopefully Uber and Lyft drivers show up. Stefan Masil in the house, Raylo in the house, Tris is in the house. He says, retail workers and gig workers have coalesced around a similar list of demands: personal protective gear, healthcare benefits, paid leave, hazard pay, making it natural for them to coordinate a mass action. I have been talking about this for months, weeks and weeks and weeks, since the very, very beginning. In January already, I've been calling out the companies: hazard pay, healthcare benefits, PPE, which is the protective, personal protective gear, etc., etc. I've been calling them out since January on this. January, February, March, now April. So I'm glad to see something's finally happening here in May. I will throw my full weight behind this. Euris Gonzalez says, hello. Robert Garrison is in Atlanta, says, hi. Nightjackers, whoop, whoop. How do you submit earnings? Which earnings? How do you submit earnings? Oh, through the UI, unemployment. They have a field to fill out your earnings. Brandon Portesi in the house. Which CEO do you think has done the best for the employees in the gig industry? None of them are employees, by the way. What you might think is, which CEO do you think has done the best for gig workers? Is that more accurate? I'm not trying to correct you. I'm just trying to understand your question. Are you asking which CEO did the most for employees or did the best for gig workers? Rick Nelson says, when I did Flex in LA, they were all wearing PPE. Right. That's maybe the drivers, right? But what the majority of the people that are complaining are the people at the facilities, right? Yeah, so that is a tough one. Lyft tried. I think Lyft tried. They did way, way better than Uber. Uber 0.0, too late. Instacart got a lot of good things very, very late. They all came in very, very late. They didn't want to, right? Instead of stepping up and committing like Home Depot, those are obviously employees, but employees may have been better treated by the companies than CEOs treating the gig workers. The CEOs of these gig worker companies didn't really want to step up. Right? It was money that they were trying to save because they're all bleeding. But I think because of relentless media and because of relentless social media pressure, they felt the heat, and then finally, some of them stepped up very, very late in the game. You know what I mean? No, not your bad, Brandon. I just it's all cool. I figured you were saying gig workers. It's all good, but there's a good comparison to make. Which CEO stepped up for employees? Several actually. Which CEO stepped up for gig workers? Hardly none. Hardly any. Right? Night checkers, I'll have to look into that. James Waikassis in the house. Chicago's in the house. Welcome, Chicago. We have workers at more than 100 stores who've agreed to participate, and some stores where enough people will call out to shut stores down. Adam Ryan, a Target worker in Christiansburg, Virginia, and a lead organizer of the walkout at Target. Yeah, we stand with you, Target, told Motherboard. We're trying to echo calls for a general strike. We want to shut down industry across the board and push back with large numbers against the right-wing groups that want to risk our lives by reopening the economy. On May the 1st, a day historically celebrated globally by the left as International Workers' Day or May Day, small business owners and right-wing groups will stage Reopen America rallies in cities around the country, including Washington, D.C. and Chicago. The so-called May Day general strike is the culmination of a series of strikes led by workers at companies like Wholefoods, Amazon, Instacart since the pandemic began. The organizers at the forefront of recent labor unrest form the face of the country's resurgent labor movement, non-union, underemployed, and precarious workers who have taken things into their own hands to demand changes and organize their co-workers in the absence of a union, primarily over social media and encrypted messaging apps like Signal and Telegram. So there we go. Shows you once again, social media is extremely powerful. Joey Driver says, had to drop off some pharmaceuticals. Did I miss much? Not really. We're just going over the specifics, who's participating on May the 1st, but you didn't really miss all too much. Worker-led online groups such as Whole Worker, Target Workers Unite, and the Instacart Shoppers National Facebook group, with thousands of members spanning the country, have been years in the making, but have experienced unprecedented growth during the pandemic, right? While the mass strike action might not be enough to shut down society, The collective action certainly echoes the calls for a general strike, a coordinated work stoppage across businesses and industries in pursuit of a common goal, the likes of which have not been seen in the United States since World War II. Wow, so they anticipate a big following, right? Thumbs up, thumbs up. We're on 27. I know we can get this to 30, right? I'm rallying, I did 2 hours, 20 minutes this morning. I've done another, almost doing 3 hours of live feeds to bring attention to important matters, right? So support me at least on the thumbs up. That's all I ask. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uber Girl, Paula says, reminds me that I need some vape. Maybe some vape with like a little bit of a sting in it, right? The good stuff. Abstract Echo, good afternoon, everyone. UGP, love it, pharmaceuticals. Rook, Stock Picker, says, Sweden never closed down business. They social distance, no groups larger than 50, etc. They seem to be doing pretty good. I'll be honest, I didn't hear the very best about Sweden if you compare them to some of the surrounding countries. They definitely did not do as good as Germany or New Zealand, etc. But Swedes like to party, you know. The Swedes like to party. Stockholm likes to party. What's up, dog? Rude Dog Patriot Prepper. I like that. Rude Dog Patriot Prepper. That's an awesome name. How did you come? I want to hear the backstory of that. How did you come up with Rude Dog Patriot Prepper? That's a good one. I like it. Time to feed the squirrels. The new Volvo. Okay. Your Home Biz says, saw an article saying Lyft expects to take a 20 million to 36 million charge, most of it in the second quarter as a result of the restructuring. You bet. They are hurting. Anthony Bray, Lyft considers drivers users of the platform, not drivers. Therefore, drivers are considered users literally as nameless ones, like a user part of the root reason why they don't care about us. Well said, well said. The planned mass strike was in part seeded at the grocery delivery app Instacart, which recently became profitable for the first time since its founding in 2012. According to a report in The Information on March the 30th, thousands of Instacart workers went on strike to demand protective gear, $5 hazard pay per order, and an expansion of paid sick leave to high-risk workers. Why not? Why not pay those minimums, right? Following Instacart walkout, Wholefoods workers and Target's delivery app Shipt workers staged their own strikes, making similar demands. Amazon workers at warehouses in Staten Island, Detroit, Chicago, and most recently in Shakopee, Minnesota, have staged their own walkouts. Good for them for standing up for their rights. The demands for Instacart, Amazon, Wholefoods, and Shipt strikes on May the 1 remain largely the same as they did during initial strike actions, as companies have largely resisted providing workers with sufficient paid leave, protective gear, and hazard pay. Let's just talk about protective gear. Protective gear, if you buy it in the beginning and you put the money aside for protective gear, you know how far that is going to go with your worker. You know what signal that sends to your worker? It sends the following signal. We care about you, right? But when you are using every excuse under the sun to not supply PPE, you're sending the wrong message to the worker. You're saying, we don't really care about you. Go make sure you get it yourself. Workers don't forget that. It sits right here, doesn't go away. It festers. They get pissed off, they get angry, and what happens? They call a strike. Really? You're not going to give us PPE? Okay. That's how you handle things? Okay. Watch. That's how it works. So they end up, instead of them going out, listen to this, instead of them going out, spending the money on PPE, guess how much money they're going to lose on May the 1st? Way more if they shut the entire country down for a day. Way more than all of these companies would have spent on PPE and just done the basics for their workers. So CEOs don't learn. The real CEOs, like, let's say, they're big companies like Home Depot, they have employees, and they say, you know what? This is a cost. We got to invest it. We got to show them we care. Because what? They don't want to change out workers. They don't want to piss off workers. They don't want Home Depot to shut down nationwide for one day. It would cost them an insane amount of money, right? As well as all the vendors and suppliers. Everyone would be losing. So what they do on day one, when they realize, oh, this is taking off here, the numbers are taking off, we need to find, where do we get our PPE? Where do we get our masks? Where do we get the essentials for the worker? Where do we get it? Let's start looking right now in February, right? And those people will be remembered. Mark my words, those people will be remembered. Brandon Portesi says Bob Iger. Is Bob Iger a person that stepped up? Yeah, I believe it is. John Bauer, present, nice. Rude Dog, I like that. Rude Dog, Patriot Prepper. Mark Rowden said, fed my rabbits this morning. You have 3 of them? Cool, what are the names? Abstract Echo says, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. I like that one. May I borrow that one? An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Amen to that. Thank you. I mean, Jimmy's got some cool lines, I've got to tell you. Alan Winston is back. How are you? So, it is very important for us as similarly positioned workers to come together for demands that are pretty universal. Vanessa Bain, a lead organizer of the Instacart walkout, told Motherboard, in addition to building broader worker power, the point of our mass strike action is to bring this to the attention of the politicians and policymakers. We need them to address our demands now. Now. We need them to address our demands now, and the fastest way to ensure that this happens is for companies to feel pressured into doing it. There's nothing more powerful than a massive, massive, massive nationwide strike where you have Walmart workers, FedEx workers, Instacart workers, Shipt workers, Target workers, all of these people on board that say enough is enough. Mia says employees can give sick day pay. Bigger reason for companies to provide protecting gear. Gig companies don't give a shit. 100% correct. I could not have said it better. Thank you. Romeo Bacala in the house. Man, I bet the company will hire more people because a lot of the layoffs. Well, they might find people. You know, they obviously need to keep these stores going. They need to keep these stores open. So they're probably rallying now, trying to get people trained up to step in. My info, CLA is in the house. Hi, I just got on Jacksonville, Florida tonight. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Herbert Atkins in the house. Greetings, my brother, to Virginia. Hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well, Herbert. John Bauer's in the house. They shiver when they hear the voice for drivers get on them. And we're just going to help them amplify their voice. All I can do with a video like this is make the video, support you people, say we are there in solidarity with you on May 1st. And then we have a bunch of awesome people in our house that then go out, maybe share the videos, amplify, tweet it out, tweet out links, take the link of this video, tweet it out. And so by the time May the 1st rolls around, which is literally what, in 48 hours, the numbers have grown. More people have found out. That's why I didn't want to sit on this video. I said, well, I did a 2-hour, 30-minute video this morning. I'm pretty exhausted. I did a lot of other things today. I was working on one of my motorbikes. And I have a whole bunch of off-road motorbikes and things like that. So I was working on some of them. And then I figured, you know what? I just received this information. If I don't act on this now, if I act on this now and wait another 24 hours, imagine how many extra people we could rally in 24 hours for these people. Imagine how many people we can connect with in the public if I get this live feed out right now. So I had to sort of like rally, dig inside myself. This takes energy. This is not, talking for an hour, talking for 2 hours is not the easiest job in the world, right? You can't just sit there and look at the screen and be silent. There'll be 0 subscribers. Everybody, come on, man, flush him, flush the YouTuber, flush the influencer out. No, you got to yap away, which I do well. Plus, with the help of Mark Roughton's hammer, I can start clubbing. Mario Cedillo is in the house. Scott Tucker, did the EDIL information I sent help? Indeed, sir. Thank you. Mervyn Khan. Mervyn's in the house. Mervyn wants to talk to me later. Let's do it, Mervyn. I did get your message this morning. ETW Design says, haven't heard back from those lawyers you mentioned. I emailed. Yeah, call them and go on to potterhandy.com and email them right there. If you mention my name, right, Chair Professor, they actually get back to you very, very quickly. I can tell you that. Mr. Blue Howard, thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. That's good. Let's rock. Let's slap them down. Let's get our money. Team 317's in the house. I'm connected with Potter. They will respond. They're good. They're good people, man. I'm not allowed to mention the attorneys' names because I'm represented by them. And I am going to bang Uber's and Lyft's house down. I can tell you that. Plus, I have a third. I have three lawsuits against, actually 6 in total, but 3 against Uber, 3 against Lyft. I will collect, my friends. Trust me. Dude, John Bauer, 4 years of back pay, all the meal times you were not paid, all the overtime right now, here and now, and mention my name. Just email them and then said, hey, Rideshare Professor sent me. He said you would take good care of drivers. And they do. They're really good. So, following the March 30th Instacart strike, workers did claim a victory when the company agreed to provide workers with face masks, hand sanitizer. That's true. It's actually true. Yeah, Mario got the EDD. Man, I'm happy for you. That makes me happy, my friend. I am super, super stoked for you, Mario. My friend, that takes a lot of pressure off you, doesn't it? How do you feel right now? How do you feel? Thomas Gibson in the house. Woo! Legend from San Diego. Thomas, thank you for your words of encouragement the other day. I needed that from a good friend. You rock. Love you, brother. Hope he's safe down in San Diego. And I cannot wait to see that new Escalade. He is dying to get that Escalade onto the road. It's so polished. It's so clean. It's so ready to go. But the audience, the customers are just not there right now. Hold it. Put that ignition in the Escalade, Thomas. And then soon you go 6.2 liters down the highway there. And we'll meet for steaks. Follow. It's okay. So I didn't realize that the March 30th strike with Instacart is actually the instrumental strike that pushed them to provide these face masks. I didn't realize that. They hadn't done nothing. And it was that strike that made them look like complete a-holes, right? And then, Danny, do you want to do that dance over here? Danny's doing some TikTok dance. Do you want to do that dance for the people?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
I'm sure they want to see that dance. What was it? It was like a high-energy workout dance. So, but workers say the supplies are frequently damaged and low quality. Meanwhile, Instacart organizers say workers cannot access paid COVID-19 sick leave because the Instacart does not accept doctor's notes. So yeah, what we have to do, we've got to keep on knocking them down. San Diego Rideshare Pro, 100, 100, 100, and he's sprinting down the highway. Rudog Patriot says, you may have missed this earlier, but Rudog is actually a nickname that I got when I was a professional bartender for 25 years. I've been a patriot my entire life and began prepping. That's the backstory. I love it. I love it. And bartenders, I tell you something, a professional bartender has probably heard every story in the book. They say that the best psychologists or the best psychiatrists are bartenders. People go in there and they talk. You'll hear everything. from the success stories to the divorces to the sad stories. I mean, a bartender not only mixes drinks professionally, remember Top Gun there, or whichever one it was, where they got all these cocktail mixes. No, it wasn't that one. It was another one, I think, that Tom Cruise was in. Some professional was acting, he was playing a professional bartender. But they are there catering to people sitting in front of them, and they hear every single story. Hey, Jimmy, get me a dirty martini. And by the way, did you know that it was my sister's birthday? Bartender, hey, happy birthday to her. And then boom, 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 another conversation. So pretty cool. Oh, was the movie called Cocktail? Was it called Cocktail? Oh, it was called Cocktail. Okay, good. Thank you. I don't know much about the names of movies. Yeah, but it was called Cocktail. And I do believe Tom Cruise was in it. That's cool. That's very, very cool. So the protective gear they've offered us is a joke, and the paid leave they've promised us is really hard to get, which many workers don't have health insurance and cannot afford to go to the doctor, Bain added. May Day is the day you don't go to work or buy things or pay rent. To consumers, we're saying, don't buy from these companies on May the 1st. Don't empower them with your dollars. That's what we need for an effective general strike. So it's sort of like a double whammy. The workers strike, and then they ask the people not to purchase. At the Target-owned delivery app Shipt, which has been criticized by its workers for its culture of censorship and retaliation, the action marks the second time workers have walked off the job this month. So they like to retaliate. Well, good. Let them try and retaliate. We'll slap them down. Rick Nelson says, I was talking about what I saw from the inside in late March, early April, after the fiasco early on in the pandemic on the East Coast. Cool. On April the 7th, Shipt workers organized the first walkout since the company's founding in 2014. Shipt workers have demanded $5 hazard pay per order, that's not much, and an expansion of paid leave for high-risk workers and those with doctor's notes. It is unconscionable that Shipt is asking workers to get letters from public health officials in order to get paid leave. Willie Solis, a gig worker in Dallas, who is organizing the walkout at Shipt, told Motherboard, they are asking us to jump through hoops when we're sick, so we're demanding that they expand their policy. By the way, if you want to really, really rally and get under their skin, find out all the people that work at Shipt, all the executives at Target, and hit them on Twitter over and over again. Twitter, include the names, Twitter, include the names, tweet, include the names, tweet, include the company's name, over and over and over again in the numbers. They hate that shit. They hate it. At Wholefoods, a subsidiary of Amazon, workers will also make many of the same demands as their first strike: guaranteed paid sick leave to those who wish to stay at home, the reinstatement of healthcare coverage for part-time workers, which was revoked in 2019. Obviously, when Jeff Bezos took over Whole Foods, he took that away from the people, and the closure of stores when employees test positive for coronavirus until they can safely reopen. Do you work for any of the companies in this article and have a story to share? Here it is. Reach out to Lauren. There we go. Wow, how cool. So Lauren got Gurley. Send them a link of this video at vice.com. Share your story. Here we go. That's her email. Or text her or call her and leave a message at 210. Sounds like New York. 897 2109. Lauren Gurley. That's it. Help her amplify the voice. The group Whole Worker, which is coordinating the Whole Foods strike, has created a running tally of positive cases at stores currently. I'm going to email her as well. Telling her that YouTubers stand in solidarity. YouTubers and Lyft drivers and Uber drivers and food delivery people stand in solidarity with these workers, with these gig workers, because the more numbers, the stronger we are, the more powerful our message. The group Whole Worker, which is coordinating the Whole Food strike, has created a running tally of positive cases at stores, currently at 253 cases and 2 deaths at 132 stores across the United States. Wow, so they're putting the numbers out there. Tyler Robertson, a lead organizer of the walkout, who helped found the group Whole Worker in 2018, told Motherboard that social media and messaging technologies have played an important role. I preach this all the time, right? Isn't that true? In building a mass movement at Whole Food stores from Texas to California to New York in recent years. These tools have become even more important at a time when workers cannot organize in real life. We've built this using free tools like Telegram, social media, and Google Docs. We don't have unions, but one of the advantages for the new labor movement has been free tools. We haven't spent any money organizing, Robertson told Motherboard. What we've seen in the past 2 months, I've never seen before. It's a mass awakening of workers. I love that. It's a mass awakening of workers. That's beautiful. It's music to my ears. That's my type of language, right? And there it is. So Amazon, Whole Foods, Instacart, Target, FedEx, Shipt, and many more are striking on May the 1st. We're on 48 thumbs up. I know we can get to 50. It's only 2. Dos por favor. In German, zwei bitte. In French, deux s'il vous plaît. In Dutch, twee alsjeblieft. There we go. There we go. 51. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, 210 is in Central Texas? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. 210. Might be Austin, right? Abstract Echo says, LOL, next California earthquake, you might have that property. It's good. I'll take it. Flex the muscle. May the 1st, mayhem. First mayhem. Mayhem on the 1st. 55 for me. Ukaman. Money, money, money isn't funny in the gig work world. All the things that we could do if we got some unemployment money, some sick leave money in the right share world. Rick says, if we can continue this after the pandemic dies down, we will have power. We've got the power. Team 317, hope you still stay in touch after you win all those lawsuits. Well, heck yeah. I'm here. Listen, here's the beautiful thing, right? We have this channel. Well, at least I'm talking from my perspective here. I'll tell you what my game plan is. I have about 9 YouTube channels and 4 that I've almost monetized. What does it mean when you monetize? You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 played hours, watched hours. So I literally almost have that in 4 channels. So the ones that I'm rolling out are these. There they are. These are my 4 channels I'll be rolling out in the next 60 days. Write Your Professor's already there. Spot Above, real estate and business. Gizmo about products. And maybe you guys didn't know, but we have a massive, massive warehouse just outside of LA. 3 partners, Brian, myself, JC. And we are stocked to the roof with everything you can think of. Electronics, everything. Toilets, Home Depot products, everything. We buy when companies go out of business and need cash. We step in we mark it up slightly. So I'll be running around in the warehouse just picking out products. I'll take you in there. That's Gizmo. And then Garage Mayhem, all about cars. Just cars, car rebuilds, how to fix cars, how to buy cars, how to, talk to racing people, talk to celebrities, what cars do they drive? Maybe ask my friend here in Calabasas at the Auto Exotics if we could take the McLarens out, the Lamborghinis out, take them for a drive, make some videos. Just have fun. Stuff that boys like. Some girls like cars too. But listen, I'm a boy. And boys love their toys. And do I love cars? Joey Driver for you, Idaho, says, throwing this out there, just a general question, should all the essential workers have been working so hard over the last 8 weeks get some respite time off when the country starts going? I think we should get some paid time off, man. Mia, yeah, my karaoke skills, sorry, but they suck. I'm not a great singer. I love singing. I love music. Music keeps me going. But God didn't give me the voice for singing, that's for sure. Rude Dog says, yeah, we love cars. Absolutely. Boys and their toys. Abstract Echo says, Rude Dog, you should follow them on Facebook or YouTube. Great constitutional content. That's cool. Pastor Potter Gaves, what is rideshare? I'm new to Los Angeles. Rideshare is when people are generally getting into Uber, Lyft, or other drivers' cars, sharing the trip or sharing the fees with a couple of other passengers, right? Ranging from UberX, Uber XL to SUVs to luxury cars to SUV. That's pretty much ride sharing. I don't know, and I'm saying it with a very tired voice. Riley Gilby in the house. How are you, buddy? Sorry, you said hi twice. I didn't acknowledge you. Riley Gilby, I see you. I acknowledge you. Try to give everyone, try to include everyone in the conversation. Your home biz says a ride-sharing service. Maya Gossetti is speaking right now. Just going to update. We'll watch that later. HomeBiz says a ride-sharing service such as Uber or Lyft, where drivers operate a taxi-like fashion, generally booked in real time over the internet through an app. Whoa! Damn, cut and paste. You got it. Why, Riley? Why do you feel crap? What's going on, my friend? You feeling sick? Got to go get yourself tested then, my friend. What do you have, the symptoms? Do you have runny nose? Are you coughing? Is your throat sore? Are you okay, buddy? We say we hope you feel better. Your HomeBiz, you nailed that one quickly. You got that information like that. All right, we're on to 53 minutes. I know I can go for another 6 minutes and 40 seconds. We're going to call it a day at the 1 hour mark. We have Samia Bihani just walked in. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Riley Gilby says he was part of my colony. Oh, your pet ant died. Okay. All right, he was part of your colony. I see. Okay, so you're a colony of ants. HomeBiz, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for participating, joining, contributing great content, suggestions, information, Googling. You there. So that's rather interesting. Riley Gilby says he lost an ant that was part of his ant colony. All right. If you love all creatures, I respect that. Team 317, we need more likes for your leader. I'm no one's leader. I'm not a leader. I am a facilitator, uplifter. I'm not a leader. I don't want to see myself as a leader. I'm not any cult leader or leader. Not at all. I just try to be a reasonable voice for drivers. Let's put it that way. Riley Gilby, I like, if you know what I mean. I'm I'm supporting you, Riley. If you're not feeling good, all I can do is I can send you well wishes and hope you feel much better. You know, we all have our down and rough days. Nobody's perfect. We're on 59. Uno por favor. Cool. Rudog, create a relationship there with Abstract Echo. I like it. A lot of networking going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley, you're welcome. And thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Pink Panther. Hey, I gotta tell you guys a great Pink Panther story. Great Pink Panther story. So I had a friend in South Africa who came over to Germany on holiday. I was up in the north. I was up in Hamburg, and I was doing a big rave event, one of these 2-day techno rave events, like a festival, 40,000 people. I did it up outside of Hamburg in a city called Timmendorf. And part of my plan was I had this South African guy who was a brilliant costume designer. He had made several Pink Panther suits, but they were like perfect, white, pink, fate. It was perfect. And we had these people running on the beaches in these Pink Panther outfits in the summer. It was sweltering hot, and the pink dye was running off. And if you take the mask off, you were pink. Anyway, they were handing out flyers, advertising, like they do it in Ibiza or like they do it on the islands. You know, we're on the beaches, flyering, hey, hyping the people up, come dance. People are dancing with the Pink Panthers. So I'm done for the day. I also had a Pink Panther outfit. Listen to this. I don't know. I walked so far up the coast, flying with the team. I saw a bus pull down to the coastal side, offloading people. You know, they were going to the beach. So I jumped onto the bus. With the Pink Panther outfit, and I started handing flyers out, right, to people on the bus. And there were a bunch of youngsters. Listen to this. There were a bunch of youngsters. And I think they just got freaked out by this panther. Maybe they were on acid. Maybe they were on ecstasy. I don't know. But they really got freaked out and they got really violent. They jumped on me, and I had the and this is when I'm in my prime, right? This is like done with the army, fit as a fiddle, crazy maniac, right? Making a lot of money, having fun. And I'm on the floor, and these guys are in the bus. They hold my mask down, and they just start pounding me, and they kick me. And like, all I'm saying is I want to get this freaking mask off, because if I can get the mask off, then I know who I'm dealing with. And I'm sure, you know, the kicks were not really hurting. So I knew it must have been like youngsters, right? But they were all on top of me. I get that mask off. I am. Guys trying to hold it down. I get the mask off. I just tear it off. And I got the mask off. I'm in this Pink Panther outfit. The bus conductor is going nuts. The people are trying to get off the bus. And then I see who I have in front of me, like 5 youngsters. I swear they must have been about 18 years, 19 years old, right? And that was them. And then I went to town. Then I went clubbing. The Pink Panther went clubbing. I knocked these MFs out in the bus, right? And I had tons of, the police came. I had tons and tons of witnesses who saw that these guys jumped me, kicked me. And the policeman said, "Why on earth did you get onto a bus in a Pink Panther outfit?" And I said, "Well, listen, I got on the bus, paid my fee, and I just wanted to hand out flyers to the people on the bus, right?" And man, it was a funny story. It was a very funny story. I won't forget. So somebody asked me, how do you do acid? I don't know. I haven't done acid. Anybody else done acid? I'm being asked here how, Laura, somebody's asking me, how do I do acid? I don't know. Right, maybe I should ask Laura. Laura, how do you do acid?
I have no idea.
We don't have any idea. We can't help you with that one. Yeah, Riley's acting a little bit strange. Riley, tone it down. Otherwise, we have to kick you out. You don't want to get kicked out. Okay, Riley, just a little fair warning here. Just tone it down. right? We do not want to put you through the flusher. It's not a nice experience, right? Yo, mum says, I'm Riley. All right, some people are trolling. All right. Let's just give these little guys a timeout. Some people are being a little bit childish here. I agree. I tend to listen to the people who have been in this room for a long, long time. Their judgment is pretty sound. When they say someone's a troll, when someone, Riley, actually it's interesting. Riley is showing up as two people at the same time causing shit. So he is a troll. So Riley, sorry we had to kick your ass out, but you're not part of the tribe here. There we go. Adios, muchachos. Oh, he did? Pastor, did you say that? Riley, you're a sick pig, dude. Let's just symbolically flash Riley. Here we go. Riley, who also is Yo Mum. There we go, Riley. There we go. Took a giant dump in the toilet. There goes Riley. Yep, he's gone. And now Yo Mum. That's it. They're gone, guys. You voted. They're gone. So, yeah, hey, we're on the 1 hour mark. I think it's absolutely amazing what Amazon, Wholefoods, Instacart, Target, Shipt are doing. May the 1st, massive, massive nationwide strike. We stand with you in solidarity with all the gig workers. Rideshare 411, how's everyone doing? Guys, if you haven't supported Rideshare 411, subscribe to his channel. He's a great guy. We had hamburgers together at In-N-Out at the airport, didn't we, Rideshare 411? We actually did a live stream. He's from K-Town, Koreatown, down there in Wiltshire. He's an awesome guy. Give him your support. All right, Dave Chin is in the house. How are you? Dave Chin, I acknowledge you. I think I've acknowledged, have I left anyone out? I think I've given everybody a shout out. I think I've been pretty detailed about that. And Thomas Gibson, hope you're having a good time down there. Mark Roughton, welcome Pastor Potter Gabes, thank you for being here. Mr. and Miss Brown in the house, good to see you. Good to see you. One last thumbs up. John Doe just walked in. I'm on my way out. I did 2.5 hours this morning. I did another 1 hour. We just talked about a lot of good stuff. Pretty tired. 3.5 hours of yapping away, and I'm sure Laura is sick and tired of hearing my voice.
No.
She says no. Tell the truth, Laura.
Okay.
You are?
Poquito.
Poquito. She says a little bit. See, you gotta love honesty. I said, are you sick and tired of hearing my voice today? She says, no. I said, be honest. She goes, poquito. All right. You guys rock. A big round of applause for you guys. Thank you. Hey, Thomas, you're spoiling me. Salute. Thank you, my friend. Thomas Gibson. Remember you met Thomas? He was in the Harley. He came up with a beautiful Harley Davidson. He had the orange black leather outfit on. He's a good friend of mine. He's down in San Diego. He just got an Escalade. Awesome. Hell of a good character. Dave Chin sends Laura champion. Sydney Minor. Love you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Dennis Halston. Anybody know how Via DC is doing? I don't know, but I'll find out. We'll ask, we'll go. Let's go on to Facebook and put in Via DC. via Washington, D.C. Let's see how many members they have. Let's see what the people are sharing. It's always good to infiltrate these rooms and ask questions, right? You do these undercover Jack Ryan born identity type of missions. You go into these social media rooms and you ask a question here, get information, collect intel, connect intel. Go full on Jack Ryan. I'm into Jack Ryan at the moment, watching the second season. We will be watching another episode tonight. Is that correct, Laura?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe.
Can we turn a maybe into a positive?
Yeah.
Just one.
Yes.
Just one. Cool. Career steer. Is there a way to request a specific Uber Lyft driver for your ride? No, there's not. But if you drove with someone, if you drove with a specific Uber and Lyft driver and you really enjoyed their company, you can always say, hey, do you have a business card, right? And then they could possibly pick you up. You could request the ride and they could immediately accept there and then, or encourage them to become their own private driver, and then you can do a private deal with them. You know, maybe you're a frequent traveler. That's how I picked up a lot of Uber and Lyft passengers, right? I converted them into private clients. A lot of SUV and Lux category type of people ended up becoming my full-time clients for years. Bill Lee in the house. I just got unemployment because I had a W-2 job, but it was only for 16 weeks. Any idea if I should refile a new claim or will it carry over? The W-2 will definitely impact your 1099, definitely. So you sadly, you should see a big reduction in your, all I'm saying is don't go in there expecting the maximum numbers. They really penalize the W-2 1099 combo because they don't give you those full 1099 rights. That's a fact. Suggestions on supplements? Yeah. Good vitamin D3, a good echinacea, preferably droplets, good vitamin C, food grade, 4,000 milligrams a day of vitamin C. The product Wellness is amazing.
Wellness formula.
Wellness formula. I've been correct. By what?
Source Naturals.
Source Naturals. Here we go. So tired I can't even type anymore. Wellness formula. By who is it, Laura?
Source Naturals.
Thank you, honey. Source Naturals. That's a really good one. And then I have really good, really good products for the lungs because this stuff here is like Game of Thrones. You become the dragon. It's called lung expectorant. I gave it to Laura once. She thought she was spitting flames. This opens up your bronchi and your lungs big time. It's expensive. It's about $30. I'll take some right now. Do I have aqua to? Yes, I do. Oh. This you definitely want to take in combination with this. So this here, this is not acid, not ecstasy. It's really good, powerful stuff. There we go. Wish this was the COVID-19 vaccine. It's not. Oh, flames. Out the nostrils, out the ears, out the mouth. Flames. You wash it down with water. And now my lungs are back to full functioning. 100% capacity. Are you using the massage chair? What are you doing? Are you doing double massage, back and the feet?
Yeah.
Got the best thing in the world. What is it? What's the one for the feet called that you got me for Christmas? Med Massager. Holy mackerel. Put Med Massager on level 11 and you'll take off like a Boeing. Try it out. Med. That, my friends, is liftoff. Med massage level 11. It's a big thing for your feet. Mr. and Mrs. Brown. OMG. Ukaman says I should roar like a lion. Laura,
Yes.
a guy here says I should roar like a lion.
Okay.
You guys want the lion? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. We're having fun and we're losing our mind. 3.5 hours. We have Madonna in the house. Madonna, I loved your music. Like a virgin. What was the other one? Holiday. What's the other one from Madonna? Give me. Everything's gonna be all right. Come on, Madonna, hit us with your songs. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. There we go. Madonna, I want those top 10 hits. Can't we look up Madonna's top 10 hits? I want to read them out because she is phenomenal. Not were. Can you Google Madonna's top 10 hits?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I need to do it. 1 second. You do it? I'm just curious.
Borderline.
Okay, wait. Madonna's top
Into the groove.
10 hits. Madonna top 10 songs. Okay. Borderline. Borderline.
She's had so many hits.
Into the Groove. 1984. Get into the groove.
Baby, you got to
Move. No love for me. Borderline.
so many hits.
And then Express Yourself. 1989. Papa Don't Preach. Papa Don't Preach. 1986. Frozen. What the hell's that?
I don't know.
1998. Justify My Love. I remember that one. Crazy for You. 1985. Vogue. 1990. La Isla Bonita. 1986. Take a Bow. 1994. Live to Tell. 1986. Open Your Heart. Like a Virgin. Material Girl.
Oh,
Material Girl. Material world. We are living. And I am a material girl. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Material world. That's it. Thank you, Madonna, for showing up and sharing your top 10 songs. Like a Prayer, Like a Virgin. Yeah, and Mark Roughton says, wow, she's freaking old. Listen, she can still dance, dude. She does well on stage, Madonna.
Yeah.
She sells out stadiums, that chick.
That good when I was almost 60.
So we just covered some good songs there, man. We literally went back 34 years. 34 to 36 years right now in music history, in time. Tris says, abstract, that's Cyndi Lauper. Which one? Girl Just Want to Have Fun is Cyndi Lauper. She's good for her age. Indeed. Okay, well, we had a little bit of fun there towards the end. And thank you for getting me to the 70 mark. At 1 hour, 15 minutes, we call it a day. We've covered a lot. We've given these companies a shout out. We stand in solidarity with these gig workers that we mentioned today, right? And let's see, where are they once again? Oh, and then finally, if you really want to go out and do yourself a favor, the damages calculator for misclassified gig economy workers, let me just tell you, you are owed a lot of money. hit them up. My friends at Potter Handy, right? Tell them that Rideshare Professor sent you. Just find out how much money. They can do a quick calculation. They'll do it with you on the phone and find out, give them when you started work, your average hours per week, blah, 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 what category you were in, and then you will see you actually owned a lot of money. Britney Spears, yes, I really like Britney Spears. Mark Roughton says Britney Spears toxic like Uber. Toxic, the song Toxic like Uber. I like it. Dave Chin says, love some Cyndi Lauper. Have you heard Roger Waters' Wall CD? Crazy good. Cool. Got to share those songs with me next time.
Roger Waters is Pink Floyd.
Roger Waters, Pink Floyd. Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, you have Wall.
The Wall. We don't need no
education.
education. We don't need no self-control. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, Uber, leave us drivers alone. All in all, it's just another rideshare company. All right, I'm losing my marbles here. I need to end it. I'm super tired. But you guys have been awesome. Hey, Thomas Gibson, 100% love Madonna. If you, listen, you're driving in your car, you're driving in your truck, you're driving, and you just crank on like a song, Like a Prayer. Let's say you put on Like a Prayer, Madonna. I'm telling you, you go elsewhere. You go back to the 80s. There you are cruising down the highway. Da, 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 like a prayer, and I'll get you there in the midnight hour. Ba, 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 da, ba. Da, 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 na, 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 na. The best 101 now says, Rideshare P for mayor of delegate. Let's do it. Let's do it. You want to say hi to the crowds?
My hair's really
Oh, your hair. You're not pretty. Where's your makeup? Say hi to the crowds. Why
Hi.
your hair look like it? Where were you? Were you stuck in a vacuum cleaner? What the heck happened to your hair? Tell the people.
I was laying on the floor.
You were lying on the floor, and that's what the floor does to you. You look like a wild lioness in a fight.
And my nails have been drying because I painted them, so I haven't had the time to fix it.
What the heck? What color?
Pink
Jeez,
and
check it.
blue.
Pink, one hand pink and one blue. Guys don't do this. This is a girl's thing.
No, it's not.
Why don't you like intermix
Guys-
them and have one pink and one blue like that? I think that looks way
Because-
better. Guys don't do this.
Yes, they do.
Guys?
Guys do it.
Which type of guys?
Gay doesn't matter.
Okay, good. Well, I'm straight.
Rock stars.
What's
Yes,
that? What's that?
Rockstar is
What's
black.
that? What's my client's name? The famous cosmetic guy that I drive?
James Charles.
Not James Charles. The other one,
Oh, Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star. He has everything in pink. Everything. When
Everything.
I take him to get donuts, he gets pink donuts. I take him to West Coast Custom to get his pink Tesla, his pink Rolls Royce, his pink Lamborghini. Everything. What? By the way, I'm going to give you a guess now. If you get this right, you get $1. What is Jeffree Star's favorite color, Danu?
Pink.
Oh my God! You just
Wait,
made
I
yourself $1.
I didn't think it was actually going to give me $1.
Damn, you did very well. It's pink. You're right. Cool. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Big kiss. All right, guys. Boy George, Come a Chameleon. Remember? What other songs did Boy George do? Come a chameleon. They come and go. Uber comes and go. Oh yeah, your home biz. Come on, we got to give us some before we get out of here. We need some songs from Boy George. I know I just mentioned Come a Chameleon. Come a chameleon. Okay, let's see. Google.com. Hey Google, we need to know Boy George's top songs. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Uber, why do you hurt us? Okay. Karma Chameleon, 1983. Do you really want to hurt me? 1982. I guess that's one of my favorite ones. Time, it's a great one. Oh, Culture Club in 2020. Church of the Poison Mind. Church of the Poison Mind. Miss Me Blind. I'm gonna miss me. I'm gonna miss me blind. That's a good one. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. The Crying Game, The War Song, Everything I Own, Move Away, Mistake Number 3, Romance Revisited. Damn, he made a lot of good songs. Miss Me Blind, exactly. Watch Fowler. Mervyn Khan. Yeah, Culture Club. You gotta love their songs. I mean, Madonna. I wonder if Madonna ever collaborated with Boy George or anything. Maybe at big concerts and that. But same era, exactly the same years. I would say my favorite there was Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? Nothing like the 80s. 80s. Let's go back. We should do one whole live feed dedicated to the 80s. Is everybody game for that? 80s live feed? Sherelle, you've been missing out on the 80s. We've been going through all Madonna songs. We've been going through all Boy George song. I think we should do a strictly 80s only live feed, right? All right, let's do that. My friends, I got to go. I promised you guys I'd leave a while ago. I'm on 72. Can anybody rally for a last thumbs up? Is there anybody in the house that has not hit the thumbs up? Helps me in the YouTube algorithms get the videos up. I'm on 72. If we could squeeze out another 2. Got 73. Thank you. Somebody just came through for us. 73. Anybody 74? 70. We're on 74. Uno, por favor. Eins bitte, un, s'il vous plaît. 75. That's it. I'm leaving a happy man. Ukaman. God bless you guys. Stay safe. Put on your masks if you go out there, right? Hand sanitizers. Clean those shopping carts. Clean the gas handle. Make sure you do everything in your power to stay safe. Abdel Rizak Abdi, thank you, my friend. Good to see you here. Looks totally GQ with his tie there. Good outfit. Looks like good Italian fashion. I like it. Abdel Rizak Abdi. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Trish says you have to report your earnings when worked. Dave Chin says we sung Stake number 3 and Mistake 3 sound at Golden Coral. Cool. All right. Takes us way back, doesn't it? Guys, thank you again. Have a good evening, everyone, wherever you are. East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, be safe. Thank you.